So for some reason at 9 o'clock at night, the best lighting spot in the apartment I can find is in my closet, and I lost the base plate to my tripod. To solve these feelings, I'm going to fulfill a request asked by this person right here to talk about the Tour de France this year. So I have a list of things we're going to talk about. But the list is over there on the other side of the room, so I'm just going to be going off memory of what I wrote earlier today. The first thing on my list is who do I think is going to get the GC overall. I wanted it to be Ryder Hajedal because I'm a huge Garmin-Sharp Barracuda Cervelo fan. But as we all know, it is not naturally, humanly, physically, spiritually possible to win 2 Grand Tours in a season. So I'm gonna have to go with Wiggins because he has one of the best teams to back him up and to protect him, and he's got Chris Froome. And Wiggins does have the legs to prove it. I mean, he showed it in the time trial the other day. He's a strong rider, and if he wins, he has every right to win, and I think he should. The next thing on my list was Peter Sagan, aka Torminator, aka Velvet Samurai, aka Babyfaced Killer, aka... Is there anything else? And I don't understand why people complain about him the way they do. There's nothing wrong with celebrating your victories in the Tour de France, especially when you're 22 and especially when it's your first Tour de France and you've already run like 3 or 4 stages. I don't actually remember how many he's won. And he's a good rider. He's not just a pure sprinter. Like, he could contend for GC, you know, as he got older. He's just really good. Top 3 riders in terms of my favorite, not in terms of skill. He's up there. He's like number 2 or 1.5. He's getting close. And now I would have to say my number 3 rider has to be Thibaut Pinot, that French guy who won. Mainly because it's his first Tour de France, he's the youngest guy in the peloton, and he's French and he won. And French guys never win. But really though, I love when French guys win because they never win and they get so freaking excited. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen the video, but it's so adorable because he's like, I'm gonna win. And his manager is in the backseat of the car like flipping a desk over how excited he is because, as I've said a million times before, French guys never win. Which is why I wanted Sylvain Georges in the Tour de France, but he's not there. Whoever made that decision, that was a bad one. And the last thing I remember from my list, that I can't pick fantasy tour teams very well. My team is not doing well in the NBC Fantasy Cycling Challenge. Because I have this problem where I don't like riders because of their abilities, I like them because of their personness. Like, I didn't put Cavendish on my roster because I don't like him as a person, and I probably never will. I mean, he's a great rider, he's a great sprinter, I will give him that, but he's kind of a jerk. Sagan is on my list though. He is my redeeming factor of my Pro Cycling Fantasy Challenge team. I'm gonna go because it's late and I am sweating in this hoodie because it's July and I don't know why I'm wearing a hoodie. I made a bad choice, didn't I?